Question: how do you clarify that people such as Sulaymaan Al Alwaan are upon Baatil? Ikhwan, Sulaymaan Al Alwaan, before we even go into Sulaymaan Al Alwaan, generally we say, and our principle and our position, Ikhwan, is that Ahlul Sunnah, when they speak against any individual, their speech is based on mabniyun, upon barahin and upon hujaj. And that is what our mashaykh throughout the passage of time, Ahlul Hadith throughout time have called to. And that their jarh and their statements against anyone is based, ikhwan, upon hujaj and barahin. And those who enter into speaking against this manhaj, particularly the manhaj of Radd, their speech, ikhwan, has no basis whatsoever other than brothers, mutashaddideen, brothers need to calm down, brothers need to be more merciful, and so on and so forth. No hujjah, no proof, no evidence, no basis. Emotion, and abandoning, ikhwan, this methodology of Ahlul Haqq and of Ahlul Hadith. The manhaj of Ahlul Hadith is mabniyun and based upon speaking against individuals with barahin, with proof. If we're looking at the affair of the jarh and the ta'deel of the scholars of hadith of the past, and it was based upon barahin. If we're looking at their refutations and their radd against Ahlul Bid'ah, it was based upon barahin, proof and evidence. When Imam Ahmad spoke against Hussein al-Karabisi, he said, أخزى الله الكرابيسي. May Allah humiliate Karabisi. لا يجالس. That he is not to be sat with, and don't sit with the one that sits with him. هذا لا يعرفه إلا من خبره. He said this individual is one that no one knows other than the one that خبره. The one that is acquainted with him, the one that has knowledge of him, the one that knows him well. And so others may speak well of him. Others may not see the problem or the issue. The issue, brothers and sisters, is not in the hands of those who consider him someone upright and someone who is upon khair, but the issue lies with those who speak against him with barahin. And that is the statement, ikhwan, of our ulama. When they speak, ikhwan, they don't speak upon desires or because they don't like the look of the guy. Their speech is based upon hujjah. Whether it be Sulaymaan Al Alwaan, Safar Hawali, Salman, Awdah, A'id Qarni, regardless of who it is, their speech is based upon what they said, when they said it, where they said it, how they said it, the context in which it was said, and the fact that these statements oppose the manhaj of Ahlus Sunnah wal Jama'ah, and this is the explanation. And Sulaymaan Al Alwaan is from them. I remember in the early 90s meeting Sulaymaan Al Alwaan in Qasim, and he was delivering a lecture, and I spoke to him after the lecture. That was before rather the tafasil concerning him and the detail of Ahlul Ilm concerning him was widespread. And I remember hearing falsehood from him back then as a young student. I remember hearing Baatil from him. Sulaymaan Al Alwaan is from the figureheads of Khuruj, of the Khawarij of our time, of Takfeer and Jihad. From those who call, ayyuhal ikhwah, to the revolt against the rulers, particularly the rulers of Saudi Arabia. From those who encourage the amaliyat al-intihariya, encourage suicide missions. From those who encourage the likes of, and at that time, his call and promotion of Osama bin Laden, his praise of Osama bin Laden, and raising him as one that the ummah should turn to and should herald and celebrate his presence. His speech against the ulama particularly of the Mamlaka al-Arabiya Saudiya, and in particular the Kibar, al-Shaykh Abdul Aziz ibn Baz, al-Shaykh ibn Uthaimeen, and him referring to them as ulama al-Salatin, the ulama or the scholars of the Salatin, scholars of the rulers. So his manhaj, his maslak, was a manhaj and a maslak, ikhwan, of the same Muhammad Surur Zain Abidin, the same Safar and Salman, but worse than them as it relates to the affairs of takfir and jihad and calling to that and promoting that. He was imprisoned by the Mamlaka, by the government of Saudi Arabia, and even when he was imprisoned, he refused to take back his stances and the statements that he made, refused to make tawbah and take back the positions that he held, even while in prison. He mentioned that I will die in prison, I will die upon that which I believe. And so he, with the ulama of the Mamlaka, with the Tulab al-Ilm of the Mamlaka, is well known as a Khariji, Jihadi, Takfeeri, and that no doubt is the legacy of Sulaymaan Al Alwaan.